Kind of has to pick what side he wants to log, because he wants to log on both sides, but we have great pressure down, so... Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like, how is he supposed to defend that? Oh my gosh, that's crazy. What's up, gamers? It's Durkee here, and today I'm going to be showing you the 3 best decks with the new Evo Goblin barrel. So I'm going to be playing 3 games with each of the 3 decks. The first deck is this deck right here, this spam Evo Goblin barrel Evo Knight deck that Muhammad Light is using to tear up the Ultimate Champions League. So this deck is really good. There's a lot of spam. So I'm going to go ahead and hop into a match and show you how to play this deck. Alright, into our first match here against Lupin. And I really like this deck. I mean, so many of the cards in this deck are just like broken. Like Little Prince, you know, pre-nerf is a very, very good card. We'll go ahead and go gang at the bridge, just kind of get the game rolling. Interesting that this person is not running the Daggered Duchess. I feel like that's rare nowadays. It's usually like everyone's running the Daggered Duchess. He might have Tornado. Maybe I should have played that in a safe spot in hindsight, but it doesn't really end up costing us, so that's good. We're going to go Knight over on the side here, and then Princess to help out with that LP. Awesome. Alright, he opts to take the poison. That's fine with me. He ignored the entire Knight to do that poison, so we're going to end up getting more damage than they do, so that ends up working in our favor. We didn't panic as well. We kind of just chilled. And now we're set up to go opposite lane, which in this matchup, you absolutely want to be going opposite lane. So yeah, the strategy with this deck is kind of to just like a lot of the bait style of decks, like you're kind of controlling the tempo, you're not playing too aggressive and getting in little chip damage when you can, and you're kind of sporting a very, very strong defense. You also want to abuse Evo Knight pushes. Like Evo Knight double barrel is a really, really strong push. You can Evo Knight and weak barrel on one side and strong barrel on the other, and it's a very effective push. I'm going to Princess like this. I feel like he's running either Graveyard Freeze or Balloon Freeze. Those are the 2 decks that kind of come to mind with his card composition. But in all honesty, it really could be anything. Could even be Hog Rider. Unfortunately, the Battle Healer goes in front. That's kind of like the opposite of what I wanted. We're going to go ahead and block this Executioner here and have a really nice counter push. I'm going to go in with Strong Barrel on one side, Weak Barrel on the other. We'll see what side we end up getting more damage. Yeah, he ignores the Strong Barrel, but you can see we get great damage on both sides, so that's really awesome. He's also being kind of liberal with his poisons. Like, he's taking a lot of poisons that I don't know if I would necessarily take, so it's all good. If I go Gang, he's probably going to go Bowler, but that's fine with me. Well, we can go ahead and just like set up a Princess in the back. Yeah, Bowler comes down, so we're going to Princess. And still kind of trying to figure out what his win condition is. Let's go Little Prince. I just gave him good poison value, but that's alright. Log on to everything here. Yeah, kind of a fail on that Tornado. Not even kind of. It was definitely a fail. We're going to go Princess on the opposite lane. Get some good split lane pressure. That's something that this deck does really well. I was thinking of rocketing that, but I think it would just be too aggressive. His deck is really expensive, so split lane pressure is pretty good. We're going to pressure while defending here. He pops the ability, so we're going to go for a Goblin Gang up high to deal with the Barbarians and to help out with the Guardian. I'm going to try and sneak in a Princess. I haven't done it all game. I doubt he'll predict it. Okay, he gets the Executioner down in time. I don't know if I would classify it as a prediction, but XC got down in time. So well played either way. We're going to go in with the Evo Barrel here. I think the Knight will cross the bridge. Yeah, Knight is actually tanking for everything, and that puts it into rocket range. We didn't even need to. So good game there. I feel like that dude barely even touched our tower. So GG's to Lupin. We'll take the dub. Catch you in the next one. In our next match here against Jerry Sam. And we're not an Ultimate Champion yet. We're still pretty early in the season. My goal is to push into it like today, like 3 days into the season. So I feel like that's a respectable timeline. Okay, so you could open up with the barrel. Even against Daggered Duchess, it's menacing. A lot of times they'll just ignore it. But since he's leaking, I'm going to go for that. We're going to Knight here for the Mortar. And then Little Prince on the side just to DPS it down. Looks like he messed up the barrel, which is nice. This Mortar is going to get taken care of. Shoutouts to the Little Prince. And because all of those daggers have been used, I'm going to pop the ability. Have my log ready if he plays like Goblins. Yeah, I didn't want to overcommit. If he played Goblins on the Little Prince, I would have logged, but I didn't want to overcommit down low. Usually Mortar runs poison. Yeah, I was going to say there's the poison, no surprise. Okay, so this is either normal Mortar or like Mortar Graveyard. Since he used the poison, I'm going to Rascals all in one lane. He showed that he has Bar Barrel. He doesn't have logs, so he can't necessarily deal with this super easily when the poison's out of hand. Okay, now that's going to actually take care of the Rascals. So that's well played. We're going to try and juke the bar barrel. We're going to play this on the middle here. Rascal Boy's going to do a good job tanking for all of those daggers. And he actually spotted it, so well played to him. That's not necessarily, like, super easy to do. I'm going to Little Prince opposite in the lane that he already has poison. Get ready for some kind of push here. Might just let it go. Little Prince of his own. Very, very good. Mortar's going to get one shot onto the LP, but that's not a problem. I'm going to pop the ability early here. I'm going to try and sneak in a Princess as well. I don't think he'll be ready for it. He's too busy defending the other side. Nice. Nice. It's going to be 2 Princess shots. I'm going to take this rocket here, which I think was the right play. Yeah. Very good, very good. We can go Evo Knight last second. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and do that. Should take care of everything, I think. Yeah, it actually targeted onto the goblins, which is actually good for us. Right, we'll go ahead and chill here. I think I'm actually going to go in. Double barrel. The Evo Knight is going to eat a lot of the daggers, so I think that that was worth it. Go Rascals high here, and then Goblin Gang low. Should deal with the graveyard pretty nicely. Okay, he poisons on the Rascals. That's interesting. We're going to do it like a double push on this side and pop the ability. Nice. Great timing on that ability. We're going to log here just to DPS this down. And look at that Rascal Boy on the tower. It's absolutely going to work on his tower. That was good. I think he overcommitted a little bit. Okay. That Knight Little Prince push was actually crazy. It actually took his entire tower. That's crazy. So that was a really good example of why this deck is so powerful. The Little Prince is still so busted. We took his entire tower with one push. So GG to this guy. We'll take the dub. Catch you in the next one. All right, into our final match with this deck. Gonna see if we can go perfect 3 for 3. And this deck just feels like very well-rounded. Like, I don't know. It just feels like any matchup, like, you are just kind of in control or you have the potential to be in control. I'm going to go with a barrel here. Just trying to get to my Evo. Perfect timing with him cycling the arrows. Arrows usually mean Lava Hound or like Giant Beatdown or something like that. I'm going to go Princess at the Bridge as well, just to keep the pressure up. Okay, maybe it's Royal Giant or some sort of other Beatdown deck. I'm actually just going to ignore that and cycle to my Evil Knight. Yeah, I'm kind of glad that I did ignore that, frankly. We're going to do this. And if he plays arrows... Nah, we're just going to log. Just to limit the Knight or the Giant to one shot. Very good, very good. So he's running Giant Beatdown, no surprise. I don't know if any of y'all saw the balance changes, but Giant is going to be one of the cards that's getting a pretty big nerf. A much needed one, in my opinion. Let's do Little Prince to help out with this. Those bats are going to eat a lot of the daggers. Very nice. Okay, Void comes down. He has arrows in hand. I'm just going to Princess, because if I go for Barrel, he'll just arrows on it. Hopefully he arrows. Now he goes Fisherman. That's still fine with me, because he gets 2 shots. And I can just play a Knight here. And that'll deal with the Fisherman very, very nicely. So pretty good. I mean, you got to be careful with Giant. They'll just end up taking your tower with one big push if you're not careful. I hope this forces out arrows. Nah, he does Night Witch instead. I'm actually going to rocket onto everything. Hopefully we hit the Night Witch and the Giant. Yeah, we do. That's perfect. We're going to Little Prince. Actually, we're going to do this early. If he arrows, then we'll go for Little Prince. I expect him to arrows this, but even if he does, it's too little too late. Very, very nice. Okay, I can pretty much ignore that Inferno Dragon. So far so good. We've defended good. It can be kind of difficult or scary to defend Giant if you don't have a building. So just keep that in mind. Nice. Pretty good defense there. I'm going to go fake or real barrel on the other side because we have the Knight tanking. And I think my boy is low-key in trouble here. Okay, arrows come down. Let's go with the Rascals because he just used his arrows. Okay, we're going to get a second Princess down as well. I'm actually just going to log here. Get another Princess down onto this lane. And he still doesn't have arrows in cycle. That Evo Knight has been alive for so long. Oh my gosh. The Evo Knight is just eating up all of the daggers. Like, it's just so much spam. Like, how is he supposed to deal with all of this? You know what I mean? 2 Princesses down as well and a Knight. It's got to be so frustrating for him. Okay, Void's on the LP, but what about everything else? What about the 2 Princesses that are down? Nice. He arrows onto 1 Princess, which means he doesn't have arrows for the barrel, which means we can go log onto this Goblin Gang, and we're already well inside rocket range. So absolutely dismantled this Giant player. And that's the power of this deck. So what a great last game with this deck. GG's to this guy. We'll catch you in the next one. All right, the second deck that we're going to be using is a more traditional version of log bait. It features the Evo Tesla and the Evo Barrel and a really quick cycle, 3.0 cycle. Plus, with the Mighty Miner, it's an even faster cycle when the champion's down. So you can pull off some really nice barrel shenanigans with the Mighty Miner, switching lanes with the double barrel. It's a really fun deck. Like I said, a little more traditional log bait deck, less spam. This is my personal favorite, so I'm really excited to show you this deck. Let's go ahead and hop into some games. Next match here against this player, and again, this is with the new deck. We're running with the more traditional Mighty Miner bait deck, 3.0 cycle. Pretty fast cycle. Of all of the decks we're playing, it definitely has the quickest cycle. He splits goblins. We'll go ahead and take this opportunity to split our skeletons and get to our princess. Looks like he's running some variation of log bait. This variation does pretty good against other variations of log bait, especially with the Evo Tesla. If you don't have Mighty Miner, you can also run this deck with like Evo Knight instead. Okay, my boy definitely is rocking a homemade deck, that's for sure. Okay, we're gonna Mighty Miner here. It'll eat one wizard shot and it'll take care of his Mighty Miner. We can even go E-Spirit to reset his Mighty Miner. Okay, he pops the ability. I guess that works. I don't know. Kind of feels like a waste to me. We're gonna do this, and then depending on what he plays, I was thinking of logging, but I want to save my log in this matchup. Yeah, and I'm glad that I did. Glad that I did. He just spoon-fed me log value, so that's great. Really, really good start from us. Yeah, this deck is just so fundamentally strong. Like, you have faster cycles than most meta decks. You have really solid defense with the Tesla and the Mighty Miner. I truly feel like this deck has the greatest outplay potential of the three, but it can kind of be the hardest to learn. Okay, we're going to Mighty Miner in the same lane as his Mighty Miner. I think he was Princess Paranoid. That's probably why he played it. We're going to go Princess in the back here to support it. And if he pops the ability, we'll play the Tesla. E-Spirit here to reset it. And now we have a full HP Mighty Miner that's going to go to work. I'm going to do Barrel, real Barrel on that side. Tesla here for the Wizard. And he guessed right with the Barrel, so that was well defended. But we still have a surviving Princess. I'll have my log ready in case he goes for like Goblins or something. I can just play a log on it. He just takes the poison. We're going to do this, and then see if we can catch, like, Goblins here with this E-Spirit. Now, we catch the Mighty Miner. That's fine with me. You can actually split Skeletons, and it does a really good job defending the Mighty Miner. We're going to reactively log. Yeah, okay, we log one side. That was a tough situation, honestly. That was really, really smart play by my opponent. He totally got me. Like, I don't know. I didn't have the best hand to defend that, so that was really well played. This will do good, though, because low-ish on daggers. We should get at least one shot here, and we do. Oh, no, we don't. Well played. My man got me with my own tricks, if you will. We're going to go ahead and pull this to the middle. Evo Tesla will do a great job defending here. Shout out to Evo Tesla. E-Spirit as well to reset. Ooh, we messed that up. It's all good. We do this. Pop the ability here. Wizard got 2 shots. It's kind of unfortunate. Princess will get 2 shots as well. And now we're kind of in a position where we have to claw this game back because of that one push. I definitely, in hindsight, feel like I logged the wrong side. Okay. I'm just going to rocket this. I don't know if he has a rocket in his deck, but he kind of gave me good value there. So I feel like, yeah, he has poison. Okay. I was going to say, I feel like I'd be a fool not to take that rocket, but maybe not. I mean, we kind of just have to log this side. He played it in the back as well. Points for creativity. We're going to do real Barrel on that side. See if we can get him with the juke. He goes for that. I think that puts us into rocket log range, actually, which is pretty nice. No, I think rocket does 561. I don't think we're quite there yet. No, we're so close. We're so close, log. Oh, we got it. Oh! Honestly, good game to that guy. I mean, we both made some mistakes, and that game was on a tightrope. He was also playing with the Mighty Miner log bait, so GG's to that guy. We ended up just edging him out. Pause, but we'll take the time and get you in the next one. All right, into our next match against this person here. Trying to see if we can get a nice little win with our classic style log bait deck. I don't know if this is the best deck of the 3, but it's definitely kind of intuitive. Like, if you usually are used to playing log bait, this deck is a good transition deck for you. So we're going to go Princess at the bridge here. And I'm just going to rocket this. I'm going to try and get him, see if he pops his ability. Yeah, he doesn't. Good rocket. That was smart that he didn't pop the ability. The reason I was waiting was because we'd get a nice like positive elixir trade if he popped the ability. Even so, that was a good rocket. Find ourselves up a little bit of damage. Don't see a ton of Archer Queen as much. Yeah, I was going to say. Pretty common with Electro Giant, but other than that, not really. I wish I would have placed my Tesla before the skeleton so we could get back to another one quickly, but it's all good. We're going to go E-Spirit here. Princess. And then Log just to try and get back to another Tesla as quickly as possible. Because we know he's probably going to Lightning. Interesting he Lightnings the Princess instead of the Tesla. I don't know if I would have done that, personally. But I'm not the E-Giant player, you know? Okay, we're going to waste a lot of the daggers here, so we're going to go in with the barrel. Yeah, good knight placement by him. We're low on daggers, so we need to try and cycle back. So let's go Princess. And I'm actually just going to log this instead of using a Mighty Miner. Very, very good. Very, very good. So we have pretty good defense against, and a really, really fast cycle against his deck. So I'm not super worried about it. I love the matchup, like I said. We'll go Skeletons High here. And then I'm actually going to go Mighty Miner. I think he's going to Queen. Yeah, very nice. He's going to have to pop the ability. He should pop the ability, I should say. Nice. He goes for a NATO. I'm going to go Princess. He can't do anything because he doesn't have the ability in hand. Log is going to take care of the Bomber as well. That's just a really good sequence of events for us. So let's go Skeletons here so that the Knight actually takes damage. And we'll go Mighty Miner like last second here. And so far we're playing this pretty perfectly. Like I said, I love this matchup. It's very, very good for us. Okay, forgot about the Bomber. Instead of popping the ability, I'm going to go for the double barrel here. Nice. Now I'm going to pop the ability just to DPS down that Phoenix. Maybe flirt with the idea of keeping my Princess alive, but I think she's gone. It's a nice log, though. Could pop the Queen ability here, and he does. I think he was trying to get the tower to target the Phoenix, which would have been a decent play. Like I said, you're just in control with this deck most of the time. Yeah, bad Lightning by him, in my opinion. We're going to try and get back to a Princess here. Princess Log here. And we're already back to another barrel because our cycle is so quick. You can go for a NATO here, but it'll be kind of hard. Well played, actually, on that NATO. We're already back to another barrel. We're going to barrel on the inside, see if we can juke something. We do. Nice. That's great barrel damage. It's going to put us close to rocket range. I'm going to do this, try and get him to pop the ability. And he does. That's like one of the OG baits. You bait out the ability. Okay, we got a Tesla first. And then we have the Mighty Miner down. So let's try and get ready to get back to another Tesla. Because he's going to Lightning this one. And we're already back to another Tesla. That's the power of this deck, man. It's so crazy. It cycles so incredibly fast. We love it. Skeleton's High because we need to pull in the Phoenix. Double Princess action. You know that's frustrating for him. Mighty Miner to pull it back. And we're just going to cycle a Log here. We're going to get another Princess down here. Threaten a barrel. And now we have 3 Princesses down. You know this guy's having a bad time. And he just gives up. I would give up too. I mean, from a matchup perspective, that's definitely our matchup. But we played it well. That's the power of this deck. We'll take the dub. Catch you on the next one. All right, into our last match with the traditional type of log bait deck. So far, so good. That last game, I feel like totally shows like the control aspect of it. Like, how was that man supposed to break through when we could just cycle to another Tesla? It was just so tough to be an E-Giant player, honestly. Okay, let's do this. Good log. I had a feeling he was going to go for like an E-Spirit reset or something like that. Decent defense. Okay, a lot of Royal Giant. I don't know. I've seen a lot of Royal Giant in the meta. It's kind of interesting. Okay, I thought he was going to... I don't know what I was expecting. That was kind of a bad... Those were kind of bad skeletons. Let's do this to force out the log. If he goes for a Royal Giant, we should be okay. Okay, yeah, so I figured he had log. That makes sense. We're going to E-Spirit to distract the Fisherman. That's like one of the best ways to full counter a Fisherman. Okay. We definitely want to go opposite lane. Yeah, we're going to set up to do so.
Let's go.
Perfect. He fireballs the princess. Yeah, that play makes sense, honestly, if I'm him. I don't blame him for doing that. We're going to try and cycle to our Evo barrel here. We're going to go skeletons in the lane that he might go for an RG and then go for a barrel. I believe he has login cycle, so I don't expect anything spectacular. Oh, he actually didn't. He goes for the hunter instead. Okay. He might go in here. I'm going to princess early. Have my Tesla ready for the... interesting. Skeleton's high here in case he goes for like a fisherman. It's also going to help DPS down that miner. Sweet. So he definitely has login cycle, so I'm going to do this. I think he's going to log on that side, so he popped the ability. Oh, he logged on the right side, actually. Well played. I don't know how he knew. Maybe because I had more damage on that side, but that was very well defended, so shout outs to my opponent. That was well done. Could go princess at the bridge. Not 100% sure if he'll predict it. He's been predicting it, but I'll do it anyway. Okay. Nice. That giant got DPS down so quickly. Let's do this. I was trying to juke the log. I put it like a little bit in the back, but good players will snuff that out. You don't really expect to get anything, honestly. Okay, he does that. We're going to princess in the Kona and get a Tesla down and make sure that we cycle back to another one is kind of what we want to do here. Mighty Miner. And we're going to try and block the fisherman. Did we do it? Yeah, we did. Great fisherman block there. That's exactly what we were trying to do. And then we can just pop the ability. And now our... Oh, I thought our princess was going to live there. Okay. See what he does. Nice. Really good timing to go for the princess as he was like pressing us. Kind of like called his bluff. He went in for that RG when we were like low on elixir. Let's do this. E-Spirit's going to tank for a little bit. He'll probably log on the right side. Oh, he doesn't. Interesting. Okay, princess on this side, like kind of on the corner, so that way if we go for a Tesla, it doesn't give him fireball value. Okay. E-Spirit here will take care of those zappies, most likely. Almost. Let me do this and pop the ability. I was hoping that Zappy would get taken care of, but unfortunately it doesn't. That's okay, though. Good time to go for the barrel. And I'm going to try and keep my princess alive here. I don't know if it's too ambitious, but we're going to try. Forces out the log. That's awesome for us. Okay, we're going to go ahead and do this. He doesn't have log. I want to try and force out the fireball. And then pop the ability so we can help out with the giant skeleton. Okay, he has a lot of stuff down. We need to cycle back to another Tesla here, so let's do this. We are back to that second Tesla, but we are low on daggers. Okay, log comes down. Let's go in for a barrel. Pop the ability here. Defense is looking pretty immaculate, I must say. Honestly, I think if we just block bridge, we win. GG's. Honestly, he played really well. I mean, I feel like that matchup is almost like 50-50. He has answers for me, I have answers for him. So that match was very, very close. Well played to that guy, but we'll take the dub. Catch you with the next deck. And the final deck we're using is a completely new take on Logbait. It's just spam off the rails. You have Evo Goblin Barrel, Evo Recruits, you have Goblins, Goblin Gang, and Wall Breakers. So much spam, and it only features one spell, that is your Void. It is the most versatile spell by far, so this deck is just chaotic. So if you love spam and overwhelming your opponent, this is the deck for you. So I'm really excited to show you this deck. We'll go ahead and hop into some matches right now. All right, into our next match against this player. Playing with the most unhinged deck of the three. Just all of the spam. It's absolutely crazy. See, I gotta be ready, man. I played so many people that have just gone Princess at the bridge first play. Like, Princess is... Because of the Daggered Duchess being as broken as it is, Princess has made quite a recovery in the meta. It's become a very, very versatile card. Fits in so many decks now. No log. Let's do this. We're going to go ahead and get our Mighty Miner down here. Good placement from him, honestly. It's going to end up getting him a lot of damage by mixing up the barrel placement. We're going to pop the ability here. Yeah, decent. Decent. Not great, but decent. Okay, Barry comes down. We're going to Firecracker. Pretty good timing with the Knight. I wouldn't be surprised if he spells on that Firecracker to get it off the board. Yeah, he does. Okay, so we're going to go Recruits here. Doesn't have Firecracker, doesn't have Void, doesn't have Bomber. A lot of his splash is out of hand, so really good timing. Really good time to go for the Recruits. We have our Void ready for like a Bomb Tower. Okay, Tesla. Play the Void. We're going to split our Wall Breakers. Then go for a Barrel. He knew. He played the Guards. Nice. That Barrel's going to get a lot of damage. Nice. Very good. Really good push there. That's like the split lane push that makes this deck what it is. It's so good. Okay. We're going to Mighty Miner. We're not going to block the bridge. We're going to do it like this. And have our Goblins ready here. Goblins should full counter the drill. I mean, he might play something onto them, but otherwise, do a decent job. We took some damage, but that's okay. We're definitely in it after that big push. We just need to be careful of the Evo Bomber and the Evo Firecracker. It's like so much splash. Okay. I'm going to Goblin Gang high, like I said, because of like a Barry or something. I don't want him to play like a Barry at the bridge. Okay, Log comes down. We're going to go for Evo Recruits here. Like I mentioned, I need to be wary of an Evo Bomber. So let's try and predict it here. Yeah, that was worth, I think that was worth the prediction. Because had he gotten the Evo Bomber connection, it would have been so much damage. So like I said, I think that's worth the predict. I'll just Void here. Should take care of mostly the Executioner and maybe the Evo Bomber. Nice, that's huge. He mixed up his placement. Okay. Void comes down from him. We're going to drop our Firecracker in the back. Recruits at the bridge. Log on one side, the side that doesn't have the Firecracker. I'm going to Void on this. I think it's a good Void. Takes care of it. Oh, he blocked with Guards. That was smart. Okay. Firecracker on this side with all the spam. Block the Bomber. Super important. Wait to see what he does here. We'll pop the ability. Want to try and juke out the Log, or sorry, get the Log out of hand so then we can go for Recruits. Nice. Okay, let's do Recruits. Wall Breakers, have our Void ready for the XC, which he'll probably block with Cards, but that's okay. Okay. Nice. Most of that gets melted. Firecracker. Hopefully going to finish off this XC. Nice. We can block bridge here. Goblins try and predict the placement. Okay, just used his Log. We have double barrel. This is the push right here. We want to go Recruits, double barrel. I'm going to go real barrel on that side. Have my Void ready for the Executioner and the Tesla. We have a Recruit down. Put it in work on the left side. Okay, Log comes down. Close match, close match. I'm going to block bridge here. I think his only big spell is Void. Blocking bridge is smart too because, like, kind of helps out against the Evo Bomber. We're going to try and predict the Evo Bomber with Recruits. You know, it doesn't happen. That's all good, though. Which side is he going to Log? Correct side, it would seem. Okay. Let's block bridge here. Goblins come down. Uses his Log. Good and bad for us. Okay, Void. Let's do this. No login cycle still. Goblins on the drill. Hoping to make some magic happen. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Stole the win at the end. Honestly, he played really well, but with this deck, you just need one good push to overwhelm them. So we clutched up at the end. GG's to that guy. We'll take the dub. Catch you in the next one. All right, into our next match here against this player with the sick Dark Goblin banner. I love this deck. I feel like it's so easy to just overwhelm your opponents. I mean, we're playing at like a pretty high level. League 8, 3 days into the season is high. But if you're playing against someone who's like a lot worse at the game, you can and will overwhelm them. Alright. We're going to just let this lock on, and then we're going to Firecracker. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Not bad, just interesting is all. It's going to lock onto the Witch, thankfully. We're going to go Goblins, just to help out with the Skellies. Witch and Giant Skeleton is interesting. Go Wall Breakers behind just to threaten. I mean, he used his arrows, so we'll see what other options he has. Okay, Wizard comes down, and we still get a Wall Breaker connection. Rip. Okay, let's do Gang Low. And then this high. No! I mistimed that. You can do that and like completely block the Wizard, and that's what I was trying to do, but I failed, unfortunately. Okay, I'm going to do this because he kind of has to pick what side he wants to log, because he wants to log on both sides, but we have great pressure down, so... Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like, how is he supposed to defend that? Oh my gosh, that's crazy. I wasn't even expecting to take his tower. Wow. Rip. Not to say he still can't come back. I mean, he's a good player. Obviously, we're in League 8, so this match is by no means over. Okay, we're going to do this. Maybe get the arrows out of hand. Hopefully. Arrows do come out. But dude, Royal Giant players love doing this, where they go Monk in front, and it takes all of your daggers. Oh yeah, I hate... That's so tough to defend. The Monk like eats all of your daggers, and you're just left kind of like struggling to defend. Like, I seriously mean this game is not over. I'm going to try and pull the Giant Skeleton like to the side. And no towers are targeting it here. Yes, dude, that was so huge for me. Not the Evil Wizard, though. Not the Evil Wizard. Okay. I'm just going to Void on it. Get it off the map. Nice. Good timing. Go in here. Okay. Spread out everything here. You just gotta spam this dude so he can't break through. Okay, we're good. GG's to that guy. Honestly, that one push taking his tower was absolutely insane. That just goes to show the power of this deck. So GG's will take the dub. Catch you in the next one. Into the last match of the video with our third deck. So this is game number 9. And I've had a lot of fun. I'm not sure which deck I like the best of the 3. They're all really good. I think Goblin's full counters this. I'm not 100% sure. Oh, yeah. Famous last words, huh? I'm going to do this. Just trying to get the daggers low. And we do get a wall breaker connection. We just want to keep spamming. Just keep spamming. Just keep spamming. Just keep spamming. Spamming. What do you do when he has no arrows? Spam, spam, spam. Oh, great split lane pressure. My man's regretting using his arrows. I promise you. I promise you. He has regrets. No arrows for the Firecracker either. That's awesome. I'm going to try and block Bridge on the Monk, because I feel like he's going to go for something in front of it. No, we failed the Bridge block. That's okay. We're going to Void. I'm fine with that. Like, I don't know how else I was supposed to defend that. Like, we don't have a ton of air defense in this deck, and we don't have a building either, so... Alright, all things considered, I'm happy. I mean, if you look at both towers, 1,400 on both towers is great for us. So we're just going to chill here. I'm going to go Goblins again. Apparently, it doesn't full counter, but I think I played it quicker. Okay. That's wild. Wasn't expecting him to have a freeze, so... Interesting. Okay, we're going to try and get the arrows out of hand. And then we can go for wall breakers. Come on, I think one of those connects if he doesn't play anything, which would be worth it. Bang. Bang! Nice, okay. I'm going to get in our retributions for the damage that they got. If he goes Monk, I'm going to have to block it with like Recruits or something like that. I'm going to cycle a Mighty Miner in the back just to get my 3-card cycle moving and grooving. And if this goes to a 2-tower game, we're definitely at an advantage here. go ahead and recruits here. And then pop the ability. And barrel. My man kind of has to pick what he wants to defend here, let's be honest. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Void. Firecracker. I think we're chilling like a villain. Shoutouts to Spear Goblins. Recruit's high, ready for whatever he throws at us. We're going to continue to spam him. He can freeze, but he can't freeze everything. Let's go like this. And then wall breakers just to finish off with the spam. It's really hard for him to defend. All he really has is Firecracker. We get the wall breaker connection. We take the other tower. GG's to this guy. Points for the creativity of his deck, but the spam was just too much. So GG's. Catch you in the outro. That's going to do it for today's video. Here are the decks one more time. This deck right here, this deck right here, and this deck right here. Please give one of these decks a try. Find the one that works for you, whatever cards you have, whatever evos you have, and let me know what you think of these decks in the comment section. I think they're great, but maybe you disagree or you agree. Let me know what you think of them. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in another video real soon. Peace.